cover it. But it was one of the things that was really talked about, highlighted. Again, we talked about Coach Frazier in Miami. They want to know why we didn't talk about the incident that he had when we asked him what was one of his most memorable moments coaching. Remember, he was the coach that sent more players to the NFL than any other high school in the country. And he's from here in Florida, in Miami. He said one of the key things that he remembered coaching was the time he said it must have been a lot of money bet on the game, because all of a sudden, a gunfight broke out. They started shooting across the football field. All the players laying on the middle of the floor. They said, they got the principals together, they called officials together after it stopped, they wanted to know what to do. The coaches said, we going home. We not playing this game, this is it. And that was something that was really memorable. And we remember and we appreciate the fans who called in and asked about those shows. But we're gonna go right now to our weekly feature that we have with Arnett Moore, who didn't give his piece again, and we got Billy, and we got the legend from Lakeland, Rick Brown. People on the pros. We have that coming for you right now.
Hey, thanks, Coach. Hey, what's up, fam? Did you guys hear about a couple of Steelers this week who ran afoul of the law for possession of the Mary Jane? While Rick James may have been in love with Mary Jane, and I know a lot of you have different opinions about the subject, we know the NFL is not cool with it. And also we know that the NFL is cracking down on that as well as discipline. Taking point, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lovie Smith didn't bring a starter for their preseason game at Buffalo, and then he sat another starter down for the first series. The explanation was violation of team rules. And while we don't know what the players did, we do know one thing for sure. Lovie Smith is not playing. He has a set of rules, and he expects his players to follow them or suffer the consequences. One former Chicago Bear player told me that Lovie is like your father, and you never want to let him down. One former Buck player learned that lesson the hard way when he was traded for being in the news for things other than football. Are you listening, folks? You better tighten up. Look, we don't know how good the Bucs will be this year, but one thing we do know for sure is that they will be disciplined. And that, my friends, is a good thing. Well, look, that's it for me. Follow me on Twitter at RickBrown91. For insights, this is Rick Brown. Back to you, Coach.
Hey, everybody. This Billy. I'm doing the locker room rant. Arnett Moore gave me a chance to be able to do it again because he ain't sent nothing to Coach. So, Coach had me fill in for him. I'm trying to be a regular doing the college beat for him on the locker room rant. But, football hadn't even started yet, and already they spending everybody. Now, Charlie Strong, he out there in Texas. He the new coach. He was kind of controversial person. He wasn't a real popular pick over there in Texas, but we know about Charlie because he was over there at Florida when he helped them build a real good program. Some of them boys done got a little hard-headed over there with Charlie. Charlie done suspended 5 of them already. Alabama, they done suspended 3. The leading rusher at Wake Forest, they done suspended their leading rusher already. But one of the things that just don't make no doggone sense to me, they always got FSU in the news. Now, that's one of the things, I guess, when you're the national champion, they keep you in the news, keep something going all the time. But they was messing with Jimbo Fisher about his son. They back in November 2nd, they beat Miami. His little boy Ethan ran out there, gave him a hug and a kiss to his daddy. They gave him a hard time because he had an Under Armour shirt on. Now I can send him an email about it. The senior associate AD Monk, he ain't say nothing to Coach Fisher about that because dadgummit, I know I'd have had some problems. Y'all tried to say something to me about what my son was wearing. There'd have been some problems and some issues there. But they ain't never say nothing to him about it. But ESPN ain't had nothing else to write about, so they made a story about it. You need to leave that man and his son alone and let him wear doggone it whatever he want to wear. This the locker room rant. This Billy. I'll be back next week. Appreciate you.
And we had the locker room rant and the people on the pros. And after this breaking insights, we're going to come back with our guest, Caleb Marquis He got like 18 different pronunciations on that middle name. And then he got the last name Davis. Caleb Davis. But they got all that. We're going to talk to him a little bit about his struggles, what it's like. He went from playing in high school at Ricketts, FAMU, to being on TV and movie. Y'all better see him now. You have to pay a lot to see him in a little while. We'll be back in just a minute. INSiiGHTS, take a break.
Casinos by Events. It's a place for all your formal wear and for your nice suits. They fit everyone, and especially the big and the tall. Casinos by Events. They fit one and all. Tell them Coach sent you. Go by Casinos by Events. Tallahassee Mall.
Three, two.
And we're back from that break, and I have with me, about to be a legend, Caleb Davis. Tell me the correct pronunciation of that tricky middle name.
It's Marquis.
Marquis.
It's spelled Marquis, but it's Marquis.
Or somebody with bad handwriting might have wrote on the birth certificate.
No, it's French, but it's the Q is the K sign.
And what is Caleb?
Caleb is Hebrew.
Oh, you are custom man.
Man, you better come on.
Oh, boy, what's up with that? This is a young man who started at Roughness High School. We were just talking off there. He started as a Redskin and left as a Raider. He was involved in that name change.
They flipped it up on us. After my sophomore year, we got a little feedback on the names and sort of racial slurs. So we changed that to the Raiders, and we still turned out great.
Okay.
I started as a Redskin and came out of Raiders.
So, back during that time, what was your feel? You didn't really matter you one way or the other?
I mean, I definitely agree with the Raiders change. I mean, I wouldn't want to say anything negative about ethnicity, anything like that, any racial. So, I mean, I feel a little pro. I had no problem.
Okay. Now, you gotta understand, as we go through this interview, he does a lot of TV and movies and different things. He's a budding superstar. You want to make sure he had the right profile. You want to know if the light was correct, things like that. He had Jeff walk on his toes over there, making sure he was showing his right side.
Right.
And then Jeff didn't help him until he needed to be a little more professional, less sexy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an actor. I got to told me to button it up, and I want those. I live out here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you did okay.
Professional sexy.
The professional sexy.
We'll mix it.
Okay. I got that. Tell me a little bit about your athletic background, and some of the disciplines that you learned participating in sports. What that did for you?
Well, I was an avid football ever since I was little boy.
You played powder puff now?
Every pop on them.
Powder puff. I put it with the doggone.
Right.
You probably would enjoy playing powder puff.
No.
Yes.
Look back at my story.
Okay, my bad.
I played Pop Warner.
That's my show.
It's my story.
Now, I'm going to have to cut it off.
Pop Warner football. Then we went to Little League, and I was a wide receiver in high school coming to Rivers. And just carried it on I played 1 year at FAMU with FloridaA&M and played wide receiver out there. And yeah, I love sports. Football was my first love. Played a little baseball as well, Little League baseball coming up. So yeah, I had a great time. Sports was my life.
Okay. Did you play basketball?
I didn't play basketball. Not I just feel recreational. Didn't get to the organized team. That's why I didn't really have a love for basketball. Football was my thing.
Okay. And you played a year at FloridaA&M?
I played 1 year at FloridaA&M. I was decent. I wasn't no 5-star. Y'all don't get me wrong. NFL was never in my future. But I just played it because I loved it, and I took up space out there. So I just did what I did, and I was decent enough to make the team, and I had a good 1 year out there. And then I just my interest in it kind of faded, and I got into entertainment and started doing my thing with music and acting, and kind of grew into that.
Tell us about the discipline that you learned as an athlete that you took over to your academic and to your professional career in music and acting.
Definitely, I built a great work ethic out there from my athletic experience. A lot of coaches played a great role in my life, teaching me a lot of discipline, a lot of work ethic. Like I was saying, I got so much instructions on how to just better myself as a man, take responsibility for my mistakes, things of that nature. And I owe a lot to my coaches. From Pop Warner to high school, even through college, they just paved the way for ensuring me. great experience.
Okay. Now, Insights is going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and what we're going to talk about when we come back is some of the trials and tribulations that Caleb had to be able to get to where he is today. His journey hasn't ended, but we're going to talk about some of the trials and tribulations that he had to get to the movie screen.
I'm Lynn Thompson. As a college athletic director, I need to know what the fans are thinking. So I got to find resources that provide me up-to-date information. That's why I listen to Insight with Mickey Clayton. He gives it to you from various viewpoints, unfiltered.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Reset the counter in 4, 3, 2.
And this is Insights, and this is Mickey Clayton, your host, and I'm back with Caleb. And Caleb, I was able to, we try to research our guests and find out some information, find some things out on Model Mayhem about you and all. And we're able to get some of the pictures that we've been able to use to help promote your appearance. The good pictures. And in it, it talked about some of the adversities you went through, even being homeless.
Yes, sir. I took my dream took me to Atlanta. I prayed on it, and I just really wanted, just to chase my love in the entertainment business. And Atlanta was the city that was really just the epic of everything that was going on as far as entertainment. And so I moved up there in the summer of 2009, and all I had was my car and a trunk full of clothes. So Lord willing, I had a friend up there who let me stay with him for a couple weeks. I was sleeping on the floor out there, but then it got kind of rough because it wasn't actually his house, it was his friend's house. So it was my friend's house, and he kind of got into it. And so I moved out, and I was in my car for a few nights, but I made it work, and luckily I had a little money saved up, and got my first apartment, and God blessed me with a job a few months after that. So it started off pretty rough for me, but I made it through, and I started building from there, and made some things work.
At any point during that process, did you question what you were doing?
Okay. Because even though I had got my first apartment, it probably was about maybe 2-3 weeks later, it was destroyed by a bad flood. And so I lost really everything. The only thing I had was a laptop and my Bible. That's all I had. I came home, everything was gone. And FEMA did come to help me out, though. I was so grateful to God of that. And they blessed me with financially to get back on my feet and to start and make some things work for myself. I definitely questioned it because after sleeping in my car and not having nothing in my apartment, got messed up. I just am I supposed to be here? Why? I don't think I should move there. It's not working out. I'm not getting anything. But I just stuck with it. Persevere.
What made you stick with it? What made you kind of dig in and tell yourself that this is really what I want to do?
I just think I love and my passion for some of my dreams. Like I said, I prayed before I moved, and I just really felt in my heart God was telling me, just go here and do what you need to do and fulfill your dreams and make it happen for yourself. So I just believed in that. I had faith in that. I stuck.
But through that motivation, through the adversity you went through, what was your big break that really kind of put you in front of some people that made them think, this guy does have some talent?
I did a showcase, actually. It was a big talent showcase in Atlanta one weekend, and this was a huge number of talents. Everybody in Atlanta that does entertainment actors was there, and I just said, why not? Why not just stick my neck out there and see what happens, take a leap of faith. And I memorized the monologue that they were asking us to do. And when I did, I got a standing ovation. That was the first time I ever did anything acting in my life as far as on that level. Like, you do child plays and stuff. As far as on this, professional level, this is the first time I ever did anything. And, everybody in there was, giving me praise and saying how great I did. And so I just continued to roll with it. I had agents want to actually sign me. So it's just motivating. Okay, maybe I might be able to do this, you know. And so I ran with that and eventually signed with my agency that I'm with now. And that will be that's INSiiGHTS Unlimited in Atlanta. They've been going hard for me ever since I signed. And it's been great.
So tell me about the monologue. You still remember?
Yeah,
Give us a little bit of it.
It was actually it was from the movie Ali.
Do I need to give you a preparation?
No, I mean, if you want to. You know,
Man, we had a monologue from Caleb Davis live. Here it goes.
I ain't draft dodging, I ain't burning no flags, and I ain't running the Canada. I'm staying right here. You want to send me to jail? Fine, you go right ahead. I've been in jail for 400 years. I could be there for 4 or 5 more. But I ain't going no 10,000 miles to help murder and kill other poor people. If I want to die, I'll die right here, right now, fighting you. If I want to die, you my enemy. Not no Chinese, no Viet Cong, no Japanese. You my opposer when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want equality. You want me to go somewhere and fight for you. You won't even stand up and fight for me right here in America.
And this is INSiiGHTS. We're taking a break. We'll be back. Oh, that was good.
625.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
One, two, talk that talk.
I'm Frederick Humphreys. I'm the former president of FloridaA&MUniversity. I've been affiliated with FloridaA&M for some 30-some years, and I want you to know I listen to INSiiGHTS. It's a wonderful program, and I want to encourage that you do the same.
And 5, 330, 4, 3, 2.
And this is INSiiGHTS, and we're back with that budding star. You got a chance to see it live. He didn't know he was going to do that. We just put him on the spot. And you did well with it, ran with it. I had to get a handkerchief out and try to pull him off. Because he was burning up here in Cody's on location here in Tallahassee, Florida. He did a heck of a job. He's been through so much. And there's a story behind it. We tell people all the time that you go through different things in life. Adversity, not always for you. Sometimes it's to help other people to know that they can persevere, that they can hang in there and be successful for what they're doing. What I would like, we have a segment that we call Conversation with Myself. You didn't know this was coming now. And
Just bringing stuff.
well, I'm bringing stuff on you. And I want Caleb to talk to little Caleb at about 11 or 12. And I want you to talk to him based on all the things that you know that's coming up for Caleb. And I want you to take a few minutes and tell him what he needs to prepare himself for to maximize the opportunities and things that are coming. Tell him whatever you need to tell him from the future, from Caleb now to little Caleb, or what he needs to do. And I think whatever he tells you is going to be something I think you need to listen to.
I would just tell little Caleb that first and foremost, you need to keep God first in your life. Even though I know you're young, you're 11 years old, it might not make a lot of sense to you now, but trust me, in the future, we'll keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up. Work hard to achieve anything you want to achieve. It can definitely happen for you. I would say to prepare for rejection, prepare for failure, because it will come, but it's about how you bounce back from it. That's what builds your character. That's where a lot of people slide off. They fail and they quit. But if you quit, you'll never make it. So always remember that you're gonna see failure, you're gonna see rejection, but it's about how you bounce back and how you attack it and make yourself better. Little Caleb, I'll just tell you that keep God first, stay prayed up, work your butt off. I guarantee you, man, if you keep those characteristics, definitely.
That was good. That was Conversation with Myself, sponsored by Casinos by Vince. As we go to close, I'm going to put it back on the spot, let Caleb continue with the monologue, and we're going to close with him.
I was on it.
We're going to close with him.
You tell somebody, listen, he want to come see me, he better come see me. You want to use your money, then you put it on Sunday. I'm going to be all over. They going to see me. I'm too pretty. I'm too fast for them.
That's all right.
Okay.
Oh, well,
Stay up to date with the latest from INSiiGHTS. Visit our website at INSiiGHTS.com. 2 I's in the middle, INSiiGHTS.com.